Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we head on a road trip. Well, I hope you don't think I'm going to drive the whole way. Oh, and keep your feet off the dashboard. My name is Jeff Mohr. I'm the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw. Oh, hey. Hey, it's Jeff Mohr, Northwoods Carver. We are here in Pittsfield, Illinois. 5-hour drive for me to come down and work on my deer that I put in here a while back. It needs some TLC, so that's what we're gonna do. And I have my buddy Bill Kandziora. He's here to help with whatever I need help with. So stick around and see what happens. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time for my narration. I'm trying to be clever as I unpack this whole thing for you. So me and Bill had a long 5.5-hour drive one way down there to think about exactly how are we going to attack this thing? How are we going to finish in a timely manner and do a great job for the customer? Well, we thought of many clever things, and then we decided to scrap it all. We decided to just not think about what it was that we needed to do because we had no idea what we were going to face. And what we faced was pretty, well, it was worse than I thought. Let's just put it that way. So here we have Bill. He's flap sanding all the crud off of the sign. It looked like it got pulled out of the river, and it was pretty ugly, and looks like it got pulled out of the river and then all the crap just died or dried to it. You know, it was pretty messed up, as you can see on the back. And the deer everywhere you see was sanded by Bill and I, trying to reestablish the fur and get past an epoxy actually that was on there. As you can see, we're working away on it with our little Makita belt sander deals, trying to reestablish the fur and also cut through the crap layers, because I had industrial paint on there and then it failed over time because it was no one ever, I mean, I think it slipped their mind to go out there and assess the deer occasionally and do something, put a sealer on it, but they never did, apparently, and it just ruined everything. So I had to go in and strip off the outer layer that failed, and then lo and behold, the epoxy layer was then affected by it, and we took that off as well, and that took a bit. But now we're doing the coat. I'm fixing to do the dry brush technique. There it is. You can see me working my magic on this deer, trying to bring it some color and some zest back into the picture with this poor thing. It's starting to look pretty cool, as you can see. Shortly we'll be adding a little bit of white, there we go, to the legs, and kind of making everything look, like brand spanking new, right out of the Mojo Dojo with my stamp of approval. But we had to do it in a very toasty setting. So in Pittsfield, Illinois, it's kind of down south in Pittsfield, southern Pittsfield, if you will, we suffered through a lot of inclement weather. We had the first day that we arrived, it was really not very pleasant. I think it was 97% humidity and drizzling and raining, and then we're just like, oh boy, glad we brought the tent. And the next day it was okay for a while, in the morning, and then it started to heat up and the humidity hit us again. And I'm like, Bill, I really do not want to sit around in this weather and work on these things. Why don't we get all of this done, see if we can't do it in a day. So we literally did 2 days worth of work in the one. We wrapped it up, I think the two of us working on it full time, it was like 11 hours it took us to do all the work. And with me running errands constantly. So here's Bill picking up where I left off, cleaning up the Whitetail Properties real estate sign, and everything's looking good. He's doing a great job. Thank you, Bill, for coming along and being my buddy. And now we're getting this is a, believe it or not, I'm using a spar urethane for a seal coat over top of everything, just to make everything look good. And looks are everything. It's gonna hold up better, and it's gonna be something they can easily do themselves in the future. They can easily just go to the store and get some of the same stuff that we used, and keep up the maintenance, because these things, they'll last a long time. These are fully laminated, by the way. So Bill here is now doing what is he doing? I don't know. Oh, he's putting in I let him paint the faces and put the eyes in. He's been carving now for a few years, and honestly, I didn't want to get on my knees, so Bill was the guy for the job, and he did a great job. I trusted him. I mean, for something like this is not something I would trust to anybody, but Bill is pretty good. He's been doing a lot better. He's a hard worker, and he keeps the momentum moving forward, even though I am still sitting in the shade sweating bullets. Bill is nimble and flexible, and he can get in places that I can't. And that's one thing I didn't really take in consideration, because when I painted them initially, I had them up in the air where I could reach them like a smart person. And when I went to restore them, they absolutely had to be repainted. I mean, we had to do a complete repaint, which is not really what I really wanted to do when we got down there. I just thought we'd touch a few things up and be in and out, but turns out there was a lot more than that needed to be done. And you can see Bill putting on the glaze. The Helmsman spar urethane is going over top to give it that nice sheen. Now let's look at some groovy photos. There we go, man. Check it out. You can see the building in the background. It is such a cool building. And for those of you that don't know, there used to be a tree over there along those other trees, and somehow someone dropped it and it crushed my deer, and this is the replacement deer, believe it or not. Oh, and by the way, see the metal footing there, the substructure, that all got covered back up, so we're all good. You can see Bill's eyes that he put in there. And the one thing I really like about dry brush is you can totally see all the work that you put in. You know what I mean? You can see every little stroke of the saw, and some people want to hide it. I don't. I want to show it. So I think, I believe dry brush is probably the best way to accentuate my work. So that's why you'll see a lot of my stuff actually gets dry brushed. And there's a piece coming up. There's a good view right there. There's a piece coming up that I'm working on currently that is not dry brushed. It is just sealed, and that is another story. But that should be about a wrap for this one. Let's close this baby out, and you can be on with your day. No, brother, he speaks. Well, here we go. Well, it's a wrap, everyone. As you can see, the deer are totally restored, and Bill is cleaning up the mess. Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Anyway, if you want to see these deer, they're in historic Pittsville. If you want to see the deer in person, you can come to Pittsville, beautiful, historic Pittsville. It's not Pittsville, it's Pittsfield. It's in Pittsfield. So if you want to see the deer, you can come to beautiful, historic Pittsfield, Illinois, and you can see behind the building, that's Whitetail Properties. And it was a very hot, long day, and we're done. We're gonna head to the hotel and celebrate properly. Anyway, thanks everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that notification bell And so you can see what's coming down the old Picaroni. And I guess we'll see you on the next one.